The Wolf and the Sheep, a tale of caution and courage. Chapter 1. A peaceful meadow. In a sunny, gentle meadow dotted with wildflowers and soft green grass, a flock of sheep grazed happily. Among them was a kind and gentle sheep named Lily. Every day, Lily roamed with her friends, basking in the warm sunshine and nibbling on tender clover. The meadow was a safe haven, a place where the sheep felt free and happy, and where every day seemed calm and secure. Chapter 2. A hungry shadow. Not far from the meadow, hidden by the tall trees at its edge, lurked a sly and hungry wolf named Grizzle. Grizzle's eyes shone with hunger, and his mind was set on finding an easy meal. Although he often watched the sheep from afar, he knew that he must be clever if he wanted to catch one of them. Determined, Grizzle began to devise a plan to approach the flock without arousing too much suspicion. Chapter 3. A sneaky encounter. One crisp morning, as Lily wandered near the border of the meadow, Grizzle crept out from behind a bush. In a soft, friendly tone that masked his true intentions, the wolf greeted her. "Good morning, dear sheep," he said with a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. Lily, who had been enjoying the peaceful day, tilted her head. Though she had heard stories about wolves, she believed that every creature deserved kindness. So she replied politely, "Good morning. How can I help you?" Grizzle complimented her soft wool and gentle nature, slowly trying to win her trust with sweet words. Yet, behind his flattering compliments, his mind was working on a way to get closer. Chapter 4. The Wolf's False Accusations. After some time of gentle conversation, Grizzle began to use cunning words to unsettle Lily. He whispered, "I heard that your bleating is so loud it disturbs the quiet of the forest. Surely, such noise must bring trouble upon you." Lily frowned, confused by the accusation. She knew she had never meant to disturb anyone, and she hadn't even thought her voice was loud. The wolf continued, making up more reasons as if to justify his interference. His words were designed to create doubt and make Lily feel vulnerable, even though she had done nothing wrong. Chapter 5. A growing suspicion. Lily's heart began to beat faster. Something about the wolf's words didn't seem true to her kind and gentle nature. As she listened, she recalled the wise advice that her mother had given. Always trust your instincts, and be wary of those whose actions do not match their kind words. The more Grizzle spoke, the more uneasy Lily felt. His compliments had turned into harsh accusations that made no sense. With a cautious glance toward the trees, Lily decided she needed to be careful. Her instincts told her that this stranger might not be as friendly as he appeared. Chapter 6. The Moment of Truth. Realizing that the conversation was taking a dangerous turn, Lily took a small step back. "Sir, I do not understand why you say such things," she asked softly, her voice trembling slightly. Grizzle's eyes narrowed. No longer able to hide his true intent behind idle chatter, he growled in a low voice, "I see you think little of the peace of this land. Well, perhaps you deserve a taste of your own noise." At that moment, Lily's heart pounded with fear. The wolf's friendly mask had fallen, revealing his true, menacing nature. She knew she had to act quickly if she was to save herself. Chapter 7. A quick and clever escape. Without waiting for another word, Lily bolted from the spot. Her hooves pounded on the soft earth as she ran across the meadow, bleating loudly for help. The sound echoed among the grazing sheep, and soon her friends joined in the alarm. Far off, a nearby shepherd named Mr. Carter, who always watched over the flock, heard the frightened calls. Grabbing his trusty walking stick and calling out, "Stay here, my dear sheep, I'm coming," he hurried toward the meadow, followed closely by his loyal dog Rusty. Chapter 8. Safety in Numbers. As Mr. Carter and Rusty reached the edge of the meadow, the sight of the frightened flock and the aggressive wolf made them act fast. Rusty barked loudly, and Mr. Carter's firm voice rang out, "Get away, you troublemaker!" Startled by the sudden arrival of help and the determined voices of the shepherd and his dog, Grizzle hesitated. The noise and the unity of the flock gave the wolf pause. Realizing that his plan had been foiled by the quick thinking of a brave sheep and the protective care of the shepherd, Grizzle snarled one last time before disappearing into the dark forest. Chapter 9. Aftermath and Reassurance. With the danger gone, Mr. Carter gently gathered the flock and comforted Lily. "You were very brave, little one," he said kindly, patting her soft wool. The other sheep nuzzled her in support, and even Rusty wagged his tail as if to say, "You're safe now." Lily, though still trembling from the ordeal, felt a warm sense of relief. She had learned an important lesson that day. Sometimes, even when someone speaks kindly at first, their true intentions may be hidden. Trusting her instincts and speaking out for help had saved her from harm. Chapter 10. A Lesson for the Meadow. Later that evening, as the sun set over the peaceful meadow and the sheep settled in for a safe night, Mr. Carter gathered the flock for a gentle reminder. "Remember, my dear friends," he said, "always trust your inner voice. If something feels wrong, don't be afraid to seek help. And always stay close to those who care for you." Lily nodded, grateful for the kindness of her friends and the protection of those who watched over them. The meadow, once threatened by a cunning stranger, felt even safer because its residents now understood the value of caution and unity. Moral of the story: trust your instincts and be cautious of strangers. The tale of Lily the sheep and Grizzle the wolf reminds us that even gentle words may hide dangerous intentions. By staying alert, trusting your inner voice, and seeking help when needed, you can protect yourself and those you care about. Enjoy the wolf and the sheep. And remember, sometimes bravery means knowing when to run and when to call for help.